Greeting to you all, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I am here again with another update. You can as well call me King of Update. This one is a new update, and it is exactly what to expect today at the Zoological Republic of Nigeria Federal High Court, which is going to take place in Abuja. Well, the clip I'm about to show you, this clip was made yesterday night by our brother Okocha Happy Marcel. And he says this is what we are going to expect today at the court, at the Federal High Court. In fact, it is beginning to get interesting. I will destroy Nigeria, not with gun, not with bullet, but with facts and figures. It is happening. Nigeria, zoo and their judiciary, Nnamdi Kanu, hold them at what we call sukrutum. And nobody will understand, not until he finishes with them. There's nothing that will be called integrity that is going to remain within Nigeria when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is done with them. Today, there will be a rigmarole, a confusion at the Federal High Court today. But I want you to see this video and then we'll come back for more discussion. Please, as you are watching, make sure you are liking, you are sharing, you are commenting, and make sure you keep subscribing for more interesting videos coming your way. Drop your opinion concerning this video at the comment section. I'll be right back.
For joining me in this video. This is late evening of the 27th day of May, being Tuesday, 2025. Tomorrow being 28th, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafran, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, will be in court to continue the trial between him and the federal government of Nigeria. In the previous court proceedings, where they stopped, remember that the defending team, that is the counsel to Nnamdi Kanu, they were asking the Department of State Service witness question like, how did you people kidnap Nnamdi Kanu and brought him to court? And the DSS witness, you remember what he said, that he don't know how Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped and brought into Nigeria. So I think this are the parts that they will start, the cross-examination tomorrow. Like I always said, I am not a lawyer, I am not a judge, and I did not attend any legal school in Nigeria. When I mean legal school, I'm talking about law school, okay? I did not attend any law school in Nigeria. But if I were to be a lawyer, I think this is where this case will also have a problem. By the virtue of the declaration of the Supreme Court that Nnamdi Kanu's disappearance when the Python dance happened in his house where people were killed, by that declaration, it means that Nnamdi Kanu did not jump bail, according to the Supreme Court, that he escaped for his life. And if he escaped, how he returned matters a lot. That is very important. And I know that this will be a bone of contention tomorrow. It is going to be expect a radical court section tomorrow. Expect, controversy in a court session tomorrow, because I don't think that the legal team of Nnamdi Kanu will just allow the case to die like that, because this is what I have been waiting to hear. This is what I've been waiting to see. Who kidnapped this man and brought him to Nigeria? If there is no court declaration about how he left Nigeria, I think we could say, okay, let's forget about that. But if the Supreme Court has declared that this man did not jump bail, he ran away, for his life. The Python now was declared as illegal, invading his house when he's enjoying his bail, preparing to go to court the following day. And the federal government fully knowing well that when he gets to court, there are possibility that Nnamdi Kanu will be free. That is what they told them. Because of that, they now went to his house to assassinate him. And he fled. So that is apart. About 4 days ago, there is something that happened. People that normally, take time to watch what is going on, they will understand what I'm saying. Among these news medias, I'm talking about Premium Times, Sarah Reporters, the Vanguard, the Channels Television, the Guardian. All of them reported this thing just in one day. There is something they reported. And what could that be? They were reporting about the sit at home, how many billions of naira they lost in the southeast, or whether it's trillion, I don't know, because of the sit at home. And I see that these people reported this thing, unanimously. So I am trying to know, where do they get the fact? Where do they get the figure? I say, okay, maybe this one did not matter. Where they get the figure, it's not important. But for them to report this thing just in one day, it means that someone must have pushed the narrative to them and Someone must have paid them that, oh, you people need to do this. You people need to report about this because we are looking for, things that we are going to use in the court and so on and so forth. But it's not important. Sit at home is a civil disobedience. If someone decides to sit in his home as a civil disobedience, I do not see any crime about that. I do not see any crime that if someone sits at home, meaning the person has committed a crime, it's not a crime. So if someone wants to sit at home forever, let them sit at home forever. And people don't still understand what is going on about this Nnamdi Kanu case. Why? Because it doesn't affect them. They are just hearing it. They have never experienced what they are talking about. They have never experienced what Nnamdi Kanu normally talks about. So if you have not experienced such a thing, it will be very difficult for you just to understand the process and also feel what these people are feeling. So I do not blame anyone who sits at home. Yeah, sitting at home is not a crime. Sitting at home will not make people to commit crime. So if there is anybody that commit crime of sit at home, they should go after the person. And we have a lot of stories where police were, pushing people to sit at home. If they see you on the road, they will ask you, don't you know that today sit at home? Well, come on. So this issue is one of the most complicated issues I've ever seen in my life. This issue of Nnamdi Kanu and the court case is one of the most controversial. But let's see how it goes.
Self-defense is a constitutional right. Self-determination is not a crime, but a right under the laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and customary international law. Therefore, I make no apologies for pursuing Biafra relentlessly and determinedly. It can never stop. Those who underestimate our resolve do so at their own peril. As I've said before, we are not alive, we are dead already. When you see men, you will understand how determined we are. But there is one thing we have resolved to do. From today onwards, the death of every Biafran will be avenged. If you kill a Biafran, you will be killed. No matter who you are, we will keep pursuing you until you die. You have no peace and you have no rest. I'm saying it on video that the whole world may understand. In 1966, the world kept quiet as Biafrans were slaughtered in their numbers, 300,000 in the north. 67 to 70, over 3.5 million people were killed. Nobody stood trial for it. Rwanda lost less than 100,000 people. ICC and international courts were convened to try those who were responsible, or should I say, those who were culpable. The same thing in Liberia. But because you killed us between 66 and 1970 and nothing happened, and from 1945 to 1966 and nothing happened, that was the reason, or should I say, that is the reason why the Fulanis will keep coming to kill us on a daily basis. Right now, from this day onwards, if you kill us, we are going to kill you. The men are ready. They have come to defend Biafra land, not to separate from Nigeria, no. We are going to accomplish that via a referendum. But if you come to our villages now to rape our mothers or abduct our sisters, you will die in the process. Any governor found aiding any of these people or giving our land to Fulani Janjaweed will be in trouble with us. Let me make one thing abundantly clear to all of you listening. We have resolved to die for what we believe in. And our belief is simple, very, very simple, that we are going to defend the land of Biafra with all our might. Not in pursuit of secession, as the idiots would say, but in pursuit of the defense of our land so that our mothers can go to the farm without the risk of being raped and torn to pieces. Some of you saw what happened at Uli. How a very beautiful young Biafran lady went to the farm and never came back. She was not only raped, her body was mutilated, cut into pieces and strewn all across her farmland. None of you did anything. Anambra State governor did nothing. Instead, he went along to appoint the same people that committed such heinous crime against the land itself into his cabinet. These are the idiots we are having to contend with in the land of Biafra. And we are saying enough is enough. If you're part of this very conspiracy to emasculate the children of God, to destroy Biafra land, then you are grossly mistaken. I know that the Fulani Janjaweed are not highly educated, they are not polished, they are not discerning, they cannot reason very well. Let me make this very, very clear. The Eastern Security Network is what it is. An organized vigilante outfit, rather than restricting the activities of the defense of our land to maybe Enugu State or Delta State or even Bayelsa State, for instance. We have resolved to defend the entirety of Biafran territory. Allow me to repeat, because some of you are not educated enough to understand what we are saying. I am addressing this to the Fulani Janjaweed. Allow me to repeat. The Eastern Security Network is there to safeguard our land, to stop Fulani terrorists from Mali, from Gambia, from coming into our land to kill us. Our mothers must return to their farms, and our daughters must be able to move about very, very freely. The only way out of the mess people are in Nigeria is that people should stop talking and doing the work necessary to free everybody from this Fulani-inspired bondage. Today, people died, or should I say a lawmaker was killed in Yoruba land. This same day, today, in Benue State, 4 people were killed. Even in Katsina, young boys were abducted, and girls, as a matter of fact, from the dormitories. That is the level of insecurity in Nigeria. People are dying on a daily basis. Are you going to sit down, just lament, talk about it, and nothing happens? Or are you going to join us to ensure that this reign of Fulani terrorism and insecurity is brought to an end? That is what we are for. That is why this very security outfit has been set up. And that is the work they are going to do. And nobody, and I repeat, nobody is going to stop us. Extrajudicial killings will no longer be tolerated.
I will destroy Nigeria, not with guns, not with bullets, not with bombs, but with facts and figures. It is really happening. Nigerian government is in total confusion. In fact, they are in a confused state. Yes, a very, very total confused people. They don't know what to do now. If the DSS will come out and tell us that they don't know how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu got to Nigeria, but you claim to be the persecutor of Nnamdi Kanu, you claim to be the one who asks him questions, you claim to be that his ESN is illegal, while Ameteku is backed by government. Yet they ask you, how do you get Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in your custody? He said, you are not aware. In fact, he said DSS is not among. And then a video shows off when the then Minister of Information and Culture by name Lai Mohammed, when he is praising the so-called Nigeria security agents on a job well done by kidnapping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya. Then the question there now is, who are we going to hold responsible? Probably the Nigerian government. They don't know what is coming their way. Their ego is landing them, their ego, E-G-O. Their ego, like they are over pompous, will land them to where they will never recover again. And that is what we, the Biafrans, are expecting, because Nigeria need to fall down. I mean, they need to collapse completely. And the collapse of them completely is the rising of that rising sun, which is the Biafra. I don't know what you say. I don't know how you think. I don't know how you see this matter. But I can tell you for free of charge that disintegration of Nigeria started since 2015, that Muhammadu Buhari, the APC government, took over. Everything have turned upside down. And some people may think that it is for a while. Some pastors are also telling their members to pray that Nigeria's problem is spiritual. My brother, there's nothing spiritual about Nigerian problem. Nigerian problem is man-made, and it's only man-made that can also set them free from it. But how are they going to be free when they refuse to hear the truth? When anything that is called truth is always bitter in their ear. Nigeria, whatever they call them, is the only country that shades and protects kidnappers, terrorists, and every other person who does crimes. But then, activists on the street are being harassed on daily basis. Is that a country? No, it is not a country. It's a state and capital. And that is the one form, or one of the forms you can know that you used to know a failed nation and a failed country. Nigeria have failed since Muhammad Buhari's inception. According to Sowore, said Buhari killed Nigeria. Why Tinubu come to bury Nigeria? Now the rumor there now is that he want to borrow another billions of dollars, which is a trillions of naira. What are they going to do with it? Maybe probably they want to use it to camp in case they fail 2027. Then the incoming government will be the one to pay all the whole thing. Yet they told us that they are recovering everything from Emefiele, over 30-something trillion naira being printed that nobody see in use. But see, yet you are still borrowing money today. So where are all the money that have been getting from Emefiele and every other person that works on that government? Since the intention of this government, nobody have ever called Muhammad Buhari's name on any corruption charges. But people Buhari employed are now being called out for corruption. Why their oga who employed them, who give them directives on what they do, are still not being called for questioning? Is that not a failed nation? A completely failed nation. A nation that don't have say of their own unless they listen to their colonists. Unless they take advices from their colonists. Unless they choose and allow the colony to choose their leaders. And you know what it means. When the colonizers are choosing leaders for you, they are going to choose the worst among the best. Because their intention was never for you to succeed. No. Their intention is for you to remain pauper until when they are done sucking all your mineral resources. Which you know it is not going to happen today or tomorrow. It is going to take decades, ages, for the mineral God has deposited in the land of any country to dry off. And before that thing will dry off, another system will come, like this one they are talking about crude oil. A time shall come, in some years to come now, crude oil will never be invoked again because electric cars are taking over. Yes, gasoline, whatever you call it, fuel, PMS, or any name you choose to call it, will never be as important as electric cars that is coming out now, which Burkina Faso have already plants that manufactured electric cars. Then what about the giant of Africa in killings, in terrorism, in murder, in corruption? What are they doing? They are giants of Africa in borrowing, giant of Africa in killing their own, giant of Africa in mutilating their own, giant of Africa, a mother that kills and eats their own children. That is the giant of Africa we have as a country, which is a Zojuria. I don't know if any other person have a better interpretation or a name that are going to use to qualify these scallywags that call themselves a country or a government, but there's nothing good about them. I don't know if you are getting my point. And that is the way it is. So today is going to be a very, very interesting outcome at the court today, because our SAN, who is leading Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's counsel, Kanu, Agabi, and Okoro, they are going to cross-examine the witness today. But one thing we must say, anyway, there's nothing to fear there, because Nigeria don't have case against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and they will never have any case against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. The truth there is that they are trying to manufacture cases, but in that manufacturing of that cases, they keep on making mistakes. They go manufacture witness, and now the witness now don't shut them at the court. Disgrace the so-called DSS and the so-called Zojuria government, including their SANs that are coming there to persecute Nnamdi Kanu and as a defendant. It sounds funny, but it is not funny. That is the real truth. Yes, it is real truth. A DSS persecutor, or rather a DSS witness, Now, when you ask him questions, he will tell you, I'm not aware, I don't know, I'm not aware. In 10 questions, he will only answer 1 or 2. The rest will be, I don't know, I am not aware. So when they give you a kind of exam or homework or test of 10 that carry 10%, if you answer the 10 questions correctly, then you answer 2 questions out of that 10, you failed. Abi, you failed completely, you failed woefully. So their witness, the first and second, have failed. And don't be surprised today they are going to come up again with another witness in order to boycott the questions they're supposed to ask the first or second witness. Mark my word, my brother. Nigeria, whatever they cannot do does not exist. APC, this one is not a country self, it is a state and capital. Anyway, we wait to see what is going to happen today at the court. But I would like you to also, as you are watching, please drop your opinion in the comment section. What do you expect to hear from the court today? Please drop it in the comment section. Are we going to get freedom today? Because it's supposed to be Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release. Drop it in the comment section. Some people will say, the trial have to continue until June 6, 18 to 19, KK. My brother, when they come today and they don't present any tangible evidence against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, James Omotosho is going to quash those cases, going to throw it out. Unless the night to today, maybe a movement have taken place and something exchanged hands, then you will hear this case is being adjourned to so date. We know the practice, the tactics, and we know what they are doing. It is all to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu are being found guilty, even when there is nothing like guilty in their dictionary, or rather in the dictionary of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Please let us take a few reactions and then we'll round up the show. Peter Chukwu said, free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now. Joseph said, we move, my people of Biafra. We move. Joe from Gabon. Okay. This one is God bless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and those who stood with him. According to Iruebunamu said, Nigerian government can't win this war. All hail Biafra. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now. Helene Nwafo, a lover of his people. OHAMADIKE, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we heard thee. And according to Clement, he said, why are they playing this video clip in the court or DSS not having this clip? Is this not enough to prove to any layman that Nnamdi Kanu is a prophet and will remain a prophet all the days of his life? Livinius Mama said, sit at home was to avoid police brutality to street protesters, especially IPOB. The police shot live bullets on them at Onisha Head Bridge. That was the bed of sit at home in Southeast in place of street protest. And according to Emmanuel said, this stupid witness don't know anything about this case. What then is he witnessing against Nnamdi Kanu? My brother, they are not aware. According to Peter Mbonu said, what's going on about the case? Is Nigeria going off another 500 million naira? Yes, because that is the amount they always spend bringing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to court on every court season. So you can imagine how much that have been spent all this while. It is going into somebody's personal purse. So don't even expect, Nigeria government spend this to who? To who? Now somebody's office be that too. If you don't know, just know it now. So my people, I beg you guys, you are watching, drop your opinion in the comment section, like, share, comment, and make sure you keep subscribing for more interesting videos coming your way. I, Okulora, will always be here to serve you. Don't forget, I am the update king, and I will always bring update to you. So have a nice day. Kachineke Mezioku.